Wires Journal. Man, you guys missed out on all the fun. Been cutting wires out all day. My back hurts from leaning over this thing all day. Getting ready to do a tubular front end on this thing. So getting all the wiring squared away. I had my fuse box that was right there. It is now moving inside the car because we're going to do twin turbos eventually. But also I've got to cut all this out for the tube front end. So that all came out. And just started labeling stuff. So we've got all kinds of wires that aren't used. So we put a whole bunch of labels on everything. Some math. Some of these other ones. Let's see, what are these guys? Don't need that either. So all kinds of these that are coming out. So we're gonna pull out a whole bunch of lines and stuff for things that we don't need anymore. So all of these wires, let's see, all of these are all going away right here. That's all we're gonna have is that right there for the engine harness. And then over there's a few other things that are going away. But this is all we're gonna have up front. I'm hoping that we're gonna end up with saving about 100 pounds just in wiring, and take this off, tube front end. And then this is my new dash, Scott Rod Fab dash. So you can see I'm starting to take the dash out of here. But one of the main issues is that I've got my roll cage in here, so I can't get it out. So this dash has to get cut. So just hanging out in here, trying to get everything ready to cut out. So this, I have to cut right here. If you look at this dash, it's split right there almost all the way down. So the dash is beat up anyway. So all this is coming out of here. HVAC box is coming out also. These are going to come out and go in my truck project that you guys haven't seen in a long time. And then my screen right there is going to get mounted on the new dash right about there. So good times. You ever just woke up at 4 in the morning and decided that it's time for a Red Bull because somebody woke you up out of bed and, well, you might as well work in the race car? Me neither. But since I'm here and I'm awake, work on some more. Look at that. I'm gonna have to start getting the rest of this out. All this is going away. Well, here we are. Dash is kind of out. Necessary. All right, I got that bolt to get out. And then I think there's this one right there. Then I'll be able to take this out. See, my roll cage is right in the way. Should have planned this out better. I should have taken the dash out before I put the roll cage in, but I was always like, yeah, I'm gonna keep it stock-ish. Here I am. So there's that. Literally just sawzawed it out of here. Got some vents coming out. Oh yeah, there we go. To all you that say I'm ruining a perfectly good dash, I just want you to know this dash was destroyed long before I got to the car. So it's an Arizona car. The dash was not in good shape, so I have no problem cutting this thing up. What a pain. Man, this is just a disaster. Huh. Think we'll be able to clean this up a little bit? Jeez. Yeah, this is gonna It's going to make a hell of a difference. I might actually have a race car here soon. The pile is ever growing. We're taking some weight out of this heavy girl. I got all these wires tucked inside, coming out there. I got to start systematically taking out ones I don't need. This one's next. Got myself a new shirt. Huh? Fast forward today, and we've made a hell of a lot of progress. Pulled back all the unused wires there. I've got these ones that I've still got to take out. Those ones I need. Wiring harness, that's all we got now. So that's all ECU stuff. One of them is for the distributor and the other one's for injectors. Yes, I still got my salt and pepper shakers. Be jealous. But as far as up here goes, we've got this little harness that'll be for the lights up front. Be a couple of other things for fans and whatnot, but nothing major. And then over here you can see we got all kinds of stuff cleaned up. I've got a patch panel from Scott Rod Fab coming for this, mainly because I just didn't want to make one. Relocated my coil right back here. That'll be ready to connect. I'll have a couple of other things that'll come off with this. This is my boost control solenoid that hides it down here. And then I'll also have wires for the fan come out here. But it is looking cleaner. I mean, maybe not. I know where it all goes, so I've got everything landed out here. You can see I've got labels put on everything. Got labels heat shrunk on all those cables. So now it's just a matter of putting my new power distribution module in here, and it's going to go right up in this area. I'm going to take the ECU out of here and put it up here also. So everything's going to be up here, and then I've got a Scott Rod Fab aluminum dash that's going to go in too, so it'll look pretty slick. It'll hide everything out of the way. And I'm still going to keep the key start, keep my heavy column. I don't know. I just don't want to give it up yet, so I'll keep the factory fuse box for a few things down there. Maybe in the future I'll get rid of that if I get really ambitious. I'm so excited that I have some Scott Rod Fab stuff. I have loved their stuff since I've been into Mustangs, but I've never really had a need for any of their aluminum stuff because I've never really tried to go that fast. But anyways, I got this piece here. That'll cover these holes, that hole. I've got to trim it a little bit because I've still got my plug for the ECU, but that'll go there. And then it even comes with this little piece. I was so excited about this. I didn't even know it came with that. But that will cover that little hole there. So I'll rivet those on. And then I've got to create another piece for the inside to house my distribution module, ECU, everything. It's going to go on the back side of this. And I've also got one of Scott Rod Fab's aluminum cowls coming too. I'm really excited about that. Making some more progress. So this is what's going to mount up behind the dashboard ECU. I've got a battery cutoff switch here just in case. And then I've got a power distribution block here for all the hots. I'll connect the battery here, obviously through here. And then I'll have starter, alternator will connect here also. All my grounds, I'll have main ground come from the back, splits off here, and then I'll have another ground for block, probably another one for chassis. And then I've got all of this, my ignition module right here, so it's nice and close to ECU. It'll be nice to wire up. And all my relays, fuses. This is all pretty much wired up in the back, but I didn't attach this because I've still got a few more that I'm going to do there. And I'm dropping stuff. There it is. What the hell? There it is. But this is going to work good. And then I put this little flange up top that'll mount up underneath the dash, so it'll be out of the way. Slowly getting better. So that's where everything's gonna live now. So you got the ECU there, power distribution is all right there, fuse and relays, my MSD box there. There'll be a lot of this stuff that's gonna get consolidated and moved up into here. That's That's what all these wires are coiled up here and there. So it's just a matter of wiring some more up. I've got some aught gauge cable that'll go from there back to the battery in the back. Coming together. Not sure if it looks much better to you guys, but it is getting better. So I'm gonna leave the factory fuse box over there just to run the car stuff. And then my new distribution module is gonna run all the car stuff, all the necessary fuses, relays, and all that stuff. Maybe at some point I'll put it all together, but I still wanted to keep a lot of the factory stuff. So that's what all this wiring is up here, and I'll clean it all up. I'll get it all bunched together. It looks like more than it really is. So far, so good. We've got a few more wires for the ECU to clean up, and these I've just got to tie back. Then I'll be able to plug the ECU in and make sure all that stuff works. So that'll be a bonus. And these are all power for stuff that I need to wire up under the hood, whether it's relays for fans, what have you. Those are all my trigger wires for the relays, so I got to wire those in where they go. Made some more progress. It doesn't look like it though. I swear I do more and it just looks the same. But you can see the wire pile down there is less. So I've got sensors wired up. I've got, vehicle speed wired up. I never had that before, so I've got that wired up now. That's wired into the ECU. So the whole plan with this, we're gonna have the aluminum dash up here, and we're not gonna have any of the original gauges. We're just gonna have the screen probably right in this area here. Yep, we're getting there. Got these red wires right here I've got to do, and then we've got those ones hanging out there, but you can see we got no more hanging here. This side's all done. The ECU's hooked up, connected, ready to go. It's just a few more over there on this side that we've got to button up, figure out how to mount that fuse box over there. Oh man, there's a whole bunch of wires I took out. It's getting there. It is getting there, and all of this is going to be covered up by the aluminum dash I've got. Well, work's been crazy, so haven't had a lot of time to work on this stuff, but I did get something cool. So this is going to be a cowl panel cover from these guys. I've got a lot of their stuff. Ash. I love these guys' stuff. Such a good fit. Check this. So I got the old one off, and I was just kind of test fitting this guy. I got it with the wiper cover since, you know, Rocky Mountain Race Week things. And this thing is so perfect. Friggin' love it. It's gonna look so nice right there. Just like so. Cleaned up nice. You can see the wiring's coming along nicely. I've got a lot of extra stuff I've taken out. Inside looks pretty okay. I'm gonna do a lot more today, but I've got to connect all of these coil trigger wires. These are the power wires, these are the coil trigger wires. And I've got pretty much everything else buttoned up, so I'm gonna start cleaning up all of this, getting it all bunched together. It's gonna be so nice when it's done. But I've got a ton of work to do on this thing, so I'm gonna end this video here because it's been like 3 weeks in the making, and then we're gonna keep working on this cowl panel, wiring. We're gonna try to get everything squared away. Drive fast, take chances. I'll see you when it's done.